name is Caitlin Akon. I played Enid on The Walking Dead, and you are watching Comiverse.
Hello, everyone. This is the Harvester of Chaos, Mintian, and I am here to welcome you to the first Comiverse Halloween Special. But let's get to the panel. First, we have Collecting with Duz. What's up? How you doing? And we got Cliff. How you doing, sir? We got Evil Mike from Evil's Comics.
I feel underdressed.
Mr. S. Von 82. And from across the pond, Dr. Von Hoot. How's it going,
just
guys?
Looking all normal. So I feel should have put some effort in, shouldn't I? So,
You always put the effort in.
I didn't know we were going to do masks.
I just grabbed it in the 10 seconds that I saw Tony had a mask.
Yeah,
I just got things on deck, bro. You got to be prepared.
It's good for staying in character. You didn't say nothing. I like that.
Facts.
I want to be the Harvester of Chaos. I wanted to be the Harvester of Sorrow, but I was afraid I'd get sued by Metallica.
Again.
Again, I like that part. It's like, this happened before.
But the chats are short, so we got Mr. S. Von 82. How you doing, sir? And me saying, welcome to the show.
Hey!
Hello.
So I'm going to top this in the comments. For anybody, and I'll figure out how to pin it.
Oh, just wanted to shout out to Edith. That was a clean professional intro from her, by the way.
And kudos on the intro. What a way to get the intro to a Halloween episode. Like, what?
yeah, that was cool.
I blew my chances.
Yeah, that was last minute. Whenever I got to meet her today, that was pretty cool because I asked her, I said, well, how much would it cost for me to have you just say something about the channel? And she said, okay. And then I went ahead and, of course, I bought 2 autographs and took a picture. So,
Nice.
But she's pretty sweet.
Yeah, she seemed dope.
Chill.
That was a great opening.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with something cool, but yeah, hashtag H23 will get in the comments. Will get you into the giveaway, and I don't think anybody's watching. Oh yeah, we had 2 likes.
I'm one of the likes.
I can't find any of my groups to post this in. That's really annoying. It's all missing from my Instagram.
I get 0 notifications for anything anymore. I have to go out.
Yeah.
When somebody goes live on YouTube, I have to go out of my way and make sure, even with the notifications on, I make sure I go in and I'm ready for it because I don't even.
I have to search it.
Yeah, same.
But there are, just to inform you, there is somebody pretty big going live at the same time as you, so that might be kind of the reasons nobody's showing.
Who's live?
Freaky Louie.
Oh yeah, Friday Night Louie's. I never see. I don't even get a notification for that.
I don't even know if it sends me a notification, even though I know I'm what do you call it? Have the notification on and everything, but it didn't pop up until he went live. Usually you get that 30-minute.
Mm-hmm.
I got one for Tony.
Well, if it makes you feel better, there's only 4 people watching Freaky Louie. So,
Well, there you go. Maybe it's just people are out in the world enjoying their lives.
Be busy and we can enjoy each other's company.
Oh my God, Trev is over there. I feel so betrayed right now.
You better go yell at him. Go yell at Trev. Be like, you son of a bitch.
Now, anybody that's partying is going to do it tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight. But
Yeah.
See, look, you speak.
Not-
Yeah, I know a couple people.
Not where I'm at. It's super cool.
What's up,
Trev?
Most people
We were
party
just talking about you.
hard.
Yeah, Halloween weekend. It's pretty much Halloween weekend, for most people,
Yeah,
because nobody's gonna do it Tuesday night.
trick or
You know,
treat
Drew.
here was supposed to be tonight and tomorrow, and it got all moved back to Tuesday because of inclement weather.
I'm here, Cliff, you bastard. Oh my God.
I'm deceased.
Timothy Williams, what's up, man?
Be like, you bastard.
I'm like, did he hear me? Did one of you just be like, yo, here's a little voicemail?
You said his name, and he appeared.
I was gonna make a comment. I was gonna say everybody's probably tired. Figure everybody's probably still tired from last weekend.
I'm quick on the trigger, bro, but I'm not that quick.
It was a great weekend. You know, it was a big weekend.
For real.
Fantastic weekend.
A lot of money was raised. I mean,
I haven't watched any YouTube videos in like a week. I'm like a month behind because of like C3. I just watched all that, and I've been just kind of trying to stay away from lives, but like, you know, getting back into the weekend. Tomorrow,
Yeah, I was so fucking burnt out last week. Yeah.
So tomorrow, you know, I hope that gets me back in the swing of things. You know, Sunday, you got all the lives, you got my live, and then we get back into Monday and then Scotty's live and all those lives. So I think that will give me that extra boost of fatigue that I need.
Last weekend was so horrible. And it's so funny.
Oh yeah, you had a really, really horrible time, didn't you,
Right.
mate?
C3 was the background noise of my weekend.
And we weren't even, and we're not even Rob, Mark, or DJ. Like, think how we feel, bro. We're just watching.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh no, I had a rough weekend at work.
Right,
as well.
right. Yeah, that too.
Did
Yeah.
you, Scott?
Yeah, it wasn't just like C3. No, that was like I didn't have much involvement. I did what I
was
could.
loads of fun for me.
Show, bro.
But
your interview was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really
no,
good.
man, it was I interviewed the person I interviewed was great, but other than that, man, it really didn't go good. I'll be honest.
Why? Why would you say that?
I'm generally telling you that it was an enjoyable experience in it, and being in that position, like same thing. I was co-hosting with Comic Man Andy, and we just kind of had to vibe it out and stuff like that. And it's just kind of a feel for a thing, you know. You kind of
the thing about okay, I'm a drug addict, dude. Like I'm not a salesman. I'm not somebody people are gonna want to buy shit off of.
Right.
So like when it comes down to selling, I never had any intentions on selling anything or anything like that because it's not gonna work well for me.
Mm-hmm.
People are not going to come to me to buy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'd prefer you think of it as like it was a nice break from the bombardment of having to. Like now, yeah, it could have gone a little bit smoother with the selling of stuff. I understand why that would annoy you, but it was a really nice break, and it made it matter as well. Him talking about that, all the cancer stuff that happened to him, made stuff matter a lot more in that moment.
See, that's what I thought that I was doing, was like just doing the interview, and then it's like, damn, I'm supposed to be doing a giveaway and stuff like that, and I'm like, what am I? To be
fair, he's an MVP when it comes to co-hosting because he can just take over, run it for you. He's great at storytelling. He's great at emotion. He's great at, you know, connecting with that audience and then just running with it. So I was just sitting there, you know, I wasn't even really talking in chat much. I was just listening to him on my big screen for most of the chat. He's a great storyteller. So you can just sit back and let him run things.
Oh, dude, he was awesome. Yeah, as far as that went, that went awesome. It just, my plan totally was all screwed up. It just didn't go well for me.
But you know, also and you know this already, we're always hardest on ourselves.
Well, of course,
right?
Of course.
So but you did great. It was a great weekend. You played a wonderful part in it, and you know, if you want to try harder next year for, you know, the giveaway and all that, fine. But I want you to know you made a wonderful contribution to the weekend, and you should do that.
I appreciate that.
You normally don't do giveaways on your show, so it's kind of a learning experience and stuff too.
Yeah,
you know?
I've just learned over time.
I saw it as a good break, a good break from your regular routine stuff.
I'm not good with the giveaways, so I don't do a whole lot of them.
Right.
And if I'd known beforehand, I may not have done it, to be honest, because it's just I'm not going to be the best person to sell stuff to people.
But another thing, Scotty, that I want you to remember, and then this goes for everybody, right? We're a family. You know, community, you use whatever strong word it means to you. But not only that, this should be the place that where you can experiment, you can try stuff out. You know why? Because we're forgiving.
Yep.
We don't give a shit.
Of course.
I mean, so you putting all that extra thought, negative thought into that. Don't.
Oh, dude,
We all loved it.
For 2 days. Like I literally worked for 2 days on it. And like I crashed and burned when it was over. I had a complete meltdown. Like it was,
And we appreciate it and love what you did, the effort. And no, you can't base what you take from real life and bring it to here because it's different. This is a circle. This is a table.
What I wanted to do overall, I failed.
I don't think so whatsoever. I don't think so in the slightest bit. Sure, maybe on the giveaway stuff, it was a little rusty, but the first live stream I ever did, I was muted for 10 minutes. So like that.
I mean, but you have to fail.
Right.
You have to have failures.
Mistakes are good. Mistakes are good, man.
I just wish it would not have happened during the C3 event.
I watched it from beginning to end, and it was one of my favorite overall interviews. I was just chilling on the couch. I didn't need to be involved in chat too much, and I was just hanging out. And overall, in the past year and a half of interviews I've seen, that was one of the more connecting, down to earth, real interviews because of everything going on, getting to hear his experience. And like I said,
awesome. I appreciate it. Like I'm glad that it came across good to you guys. It didn't to me.
Yeah, I know. I'm promising. I'm just trying to tell you don't beat yourself up over it. Rob's telling you not to beat yourself up over it.
I know that. I know that.
I said that
I know that I didn't do my best, and that I did.
Forget that. The connection of connecting
exactly
and cancer and bringing a face to the story
perfect
of what we are doing.
Jason was awesome.
was more important. But if we had, because I wasn't even prepared with like what are we selling these books for? I just made a number off the top of my head. Right? Yeah. Realistically, maybe they're $20 books. Maybe if we'd sold all 10 of them, what we were $200. Is $200 that big of a difference versus the connection and the story and the engagement that you provided? No, I would much rather have the engagement and the story and the connection that you made, and on that than $200 more added to our total.
Because nobody else the entire weekend really did that as well. You were like the one person that managed to put a face.
The closest we did was on John's Comics with Kids. We had one package of items that we put up that was sold with the proceeds on that going to Jen reading thing to make a connection there. But other than that, we didn't. That's the element that was most important to me with Jason was bringing that connection, that story, which is why you were chosen for that. I didn't choose you to raise money. I chose you for your interview skills and your ability to connect to that person you're talking to and convey that connection to the audience. You succeeded wildly.
That's why you've never seen a single interview on my channel, because that's not what I like to do. That's not something I'm good at. I like just kind of hanging out and showing off books and just kind of letting it flow naturally. And in an event like that, you need a structured show like yours and so on to bam, 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 go on. So an interview style, like I said, bro, I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, it was great. It was perfect. It was one of my favorite shows of the weekend.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I probably hold myself too high of a standard sometimes, but I just want to do good.
Why didn't you sell those comics for $500 a piece and make us $5,000, huh?
Yeah, Scotty. Damn.
I'm not good at selling stuff to people.
We don't want you to sell stuff.
Nobody could have sold.
Well, Mark was there for the whole weekend. That's why they had
Mark can sell anything. Mark is amazing at that kind of stuff.
Mark has it is a skill. Look, it's a skill set. I've been in sales. For part of my life. It's not something that I like. I can do it. I don't like to do it. Right. I like to do different things. Right. And your level of passion that you have towards doing something affects how well you can do it. Right. You can have all the skills even and know all the theory, but if you don't have a passion for doing it, you can't do that, right? I have all the skills and knowledge of how to do a good interview. I was a journalism minor in school and stuff way back when. But you know what? I don't have a passion for it. So that's why I didn't do the interview. I don't want to do the interview because I'm not going to do a great job about it. You have a passion for it.
Yes, sir.
so you do a good job with it. The fact that you, as soon as I even suggested to you, you said yes. You were on the internet doing the research, reaching out to him, making connections ahead of time, doing pre-interview work. Everything else shows that level of passion and connection, and it came through.
Yeah, I planned for 2 days, like literally 2 days.
I would have planned for 15 minutes. So that's the difference.
I work in customer service every single day, but the biggest difference is they pay my bills. I don't have a passion for it. So that's, I have great customer service and communicating skills. And I worked as a salesman for 12 years and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I don't want to come home and do that. So
it's tough. It's hard.
It is.
I want to come home. I want to come home and see DVH in a top hat.
All right.
I want to come home and see.
You know what? I really need one.
Tyler getting a tattoo.
Right?
That's what I want to come home and see, and come home and see Cliff do something on Chris the Comiverse channel.
Oh
That's
yeah, I mean,
a good day.
The top hat will be my stretch goal, I think, for myself.
Can it be a tiny little hat?
No.
No, it needs to be a proper top hat.
Yeah.
So
the one I have cost me all of like $59.
Party City?
No. It's a proper hat.
It's for your steampunk?
Yeah, it is. It had a little plastic steampunk band on it, but you could take it off and everything else. But if you want, but yeah, it was for my steampunk Han Solo costume.
Nice.
DVH, what is your makeup routine? Like, you don't know how fascinated I am by it.
I kind of am too.
What makeup routine?
How long? Like
I sit there and examine it. Is that just me, or does anybody caught themselves like pausing?
Not bad at all. I was going to think about an hour. I'd say about
we have a template at this point.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't do any of it. So if it was me doing it, it would be a lot longer than 20 minutes. Let's put it that way.
He's got a Batman chair, and he just goes sits down, and this thing comes down. It's just
exactly.
I just want to ask DVH the important question: when you get the tramp stamp?
Yes, that's what I want to know.
Oh, he never said tramp stamp.
I'm not getting a tramp stamp.
He's getting
that would be a good day. Come home and see that.
A tattoo of somebody else getting a tramp stamp.
Yeah, yeah. There is a distinction there because I don't want. I'm all for this tattoo. I am not getting a tramp stamp.
and I will defend that nowhere in the ever statement was that DVH would get a tramp stamp.
Agreed.
It, however, is on record.
Tyler.
That Tyler said.
Tyler made
Rob's son.
If you watch that clip, and when you guys were playing that clip during C3, it 100% sounds like it was supposed to be Nick and Tyler.
Nick. Okay.
If you go back and watch, so I clipped the thing, right? Mm-hmm. So the whole story was that last year, Nick had committed to getting a tattoo. So he
hasn't got one yet.
He would go, or he hadn't gotten one at that point when that conversation was had. And so he said that he and Nick get a tattoo together, right? Since then, since that conversation had, Nick paid up, got his tattoo.
Oh, he does have one.
Oh, he got it? I didn't know that.
It's not big. It's not like he volunteered to get like the C3 logo. Or
yeah.
So it's a small tattoo.
Okay.
But that he got, but he did get it. He was showing it off the other night. So he had gotten it since then. So it's all on Tyler.
You're right. That does make a lot more sense. So not Tyler.
Okay, my question is, because Nick was smart. I imagine he just got like a C3 or something, something small.
I don't remember what it is, but it is something small, yeah.
And I imagine, Tyler's will be something, maybe the C3 logo, in that tramp stamp area. Okay, so my question is, because I do know tattoos, DVH, have you went and priced how much it's going to be to get a portrait tattoo?
It's not going to be a portrait. It's probably going to be a cartoon of some kind,
unless it's really small.
I'm looking at around that sort of size. I figure.
But you're going to have to pay for like a session,
probably
right?
400 quid, I would think, depending on the tattoo.
You're a better man than me. I'd be going like, okay, stick figure.
Yeah. There's Tyler. Just make them giant. It works.
The reason I'm doing it, other than the fact I think it's hilarious, is just like
it is.
I want the stretch goals when they come up to mean something.
Yeah.
So if I don't go through with it, at the 50K mark when some idiot just like me next year says he'll do something at 60K next year. We have to believe that will happen. So, you know.
And 50K was a big stretch goal.
Well,
Yeah.
You know,
awesome.
when I said it the first time I said it, I thought maybe we'll get 40, but 50 seems really unlikely. But I'll say
do
50.
40. I thought 40 for sure, but 50.
I did not.
40 or 50. 'Cause we were at high 37 or like somewhere in the 30s in the auction. The main auction hasn't even hit, so I was like, it's definitely hitting 40, 50. Definitely.
Yeah, but going into the weekend,
going into it,
This was the first time I said it was
like
just
30,
after that
30,
interview
30.
that
I was right around 30 is what
that Tyler said that he would get it. That was the first time I said I would do it.
I'm very honest. Like when I set the goal at 25, people think, oh, we're going to do it more. 25 was a 10% increase over the previous year's number.
Yep.
You know, and although the last year's number was a huge increase over the year before, it was the first year where we had done our format with the ACS, connection, everything else. So the fact that we blew away that one so much was crazy. To think realistically, I thought going into this that we were going to end up over 30K was not. In this economic climate with everything that we were going through, I honestly did not think it was possible for us to then turn around and pass 30, pass 40, and then hit 50.
And then pass 50.
That anybody who says, "Oh yeah, I definitely knew we were going to do it," is lying to you.
No, I would have told.
Because there's just no. There's no way that in any business application of anything you're doing that you turn around and you say, "Hey, you know what? That number we did last year, where we more than doubled the previous year, we're going to double it again just because."
Right.
We're going to octuple it.
in a challenging environmental climate where a lot of people are struggling because of inflation and everything else, we're going to double the double.
And going into the holidays.
Yeah. I mean, granted, this is why we do it in October. Is when I picked the weekend that we do it last year, it was intentionally to get out of the Christmas season stuff, knowing that starting November 1st, you start to get hit hard with Salvation Army, with food banks, with all these different Toys for Tots, for all these very, very worthwhile charities, and trying to get ahead of those, right? And to be honest, one of the other things going into this one, why I didn't think we were going to hit as high as we ended up doing, was because Jen's, fundraiser had hit
the same time,
just before us for a similar thing, and had raised over 15,000 at that point or something like that, and which is great. I was like, oh, there's comic book community is generous and wants to help each other and do these things, but we all have limited resources.
Yeah, we're not unlimited.
So, and that's where I think the biggest challenge of getting we ran into this year. And I start to, it's like I can sit there and see things and go like, oh, Saturday we have lull. We could there's other things we could do to maximize fundraising during Saturday, because we have Sunday and Friday are big days. But then you sit there and you go like, well, how much money can you really pull out of the community? Right. We need to get, and we did a good job of getting new people this year, but we still need a lot more. Right. There's a lot of people are digging deep and doing a lot great stuff.
I think that will come though. I mean, like hitting that 50K is a big deal, because it's like saying, look what we can do.
Well, 20
be a part of this.
Yeah, that was it. When we did the 20K last year, it totally combined with the fact that we had the ACS website. It was legitimizing, and people wanted to get. Oh wow, 20K. That's no joke. Yeah. That's serious. And now, again, next year, when we go to start talking to artists and we're talking to online retailers and we're doing these things, and we go, we raised 50,000. What?
You talk about, going from the first year in that 24-hour stream, what they raised, going in the second year when y'all got involved, like y'all made it official. Like that's the way it felt to me. Like after that the second year and all the different streams that were because it was John and so some of the sames that were a part of it this year, but I mean this year was just amazing. I mean, you're talking about from last year to this year, the improvement of how everything flowed, how everything was set up, how everything was. I mean, yeah, it was so much easier to donate this year. I mean, that was a huge thing.
It worked well, and I think that the other thing that helped us a lot get where we were. Look, there was a sizable contribution from a corporation that last year had donated as well. They donated 2,000 last year. This year they donated 5,000. That helped a lot to the total. Also, the fact that we had the exclusive. We didn't sell out and make as much off of it as we wanted to. Hopefully, over time, once we get more loaded back up to the site, we'll be able to sell some more of those and continue to add to the total. And that's one of the things as we start looking into what do we do next year, right? It's about trying to get into that weekend with as much. What other things can we do that make it where we can get some of that income into there ahead of time that allows you when you sit there and say, hey, like we did this, right? We went into saying we're going to raise 25 and we were almost halfway there before when we started the weekend. Getting that head start is the pivotal thing that helps you to get that big number, because that means really you did 40K this weekend.
Yeah.
Right. And then if you so you go, okay, cool. Next year, can we get 15 in the pot ahead of time? And then we grow 5K based on what we raise. Then all of a sudden you're doing 60K.
How you could already start improving the numbers for next year? Sell sponsorships, and then while people are streaming, the logo of the sponsors on the stream.
Well, I gotta be careful with some of that stuff because we're an event of the ACS, so certain things have to be run through the ACS. Like when we created the Instagram account, we had to first reach out to them because although the Comics Curing Cancer was originally created outside of it, they've adopted it's now a campaign and it's a name that they use. And so now you have to check with them, make sure, hey, is it all right with you if we do this because we're representing this event? And this event's not tied. Anybody could go to the ACS website, say, I want to raise money for Comics Curing Cancer, get their own portal connected to it, and be connected with it. That's why there's, the Rogue Trader has his own connection, and he's doing like a mini con next month in Utah, where all the booth sales, he runs it. People who buy booths, all the booth price money goes to Comics Curing Cancer, and because he gets the space donated for free for the day, type
great.
thing. So there's things that we'll look at, we'll discuss, and we'll try to think on things. And the biggest thing to me is that this one's done. The UPS, all the international shipments have gone out now, and yours I just dropped it off, and then Monday will be almost all the domestic stuff will go out.
Listen, I was so impressed that I received my art today when I pulled up to the driveway and just saw this big thing sitting there. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, anything that was shipped from the other guys pretty much is shipped.
It's an insane turnaround, Rob. I mean, I don't think anyone on the planet would have been mad if you left it a little bit longer. But it's just amazing that you managed to do it all in this week. I mean,
in the time frame,
that's a lot.
Yeah, KBDM, I 100% agree with you. That's actually one thing that I've thought about. So the other thing that we're thinking about is we're talking with somebody about.
Smart.
I like that.
We've kicked it around for a year. Well, we've also kicked around for a bit about having a website that would allow us to preview stuff, post stuff early, and potentially even have people be able to pre-bid on things and stuff like that. But those are things that they're nice ideas. That they do require certain logistics. They also offer things like web hosting requires revenue, that requires income, right? The shipping requires is an expense. I mean, this year's shipping total for me
Don't tell us. Don't.
Well,
Oh my god.
is basically double. Well, imagine we did double the income. We did double the expense.
Honestly, that's what I'd like to figure out is some way without diminishing profits from C3 to figure out how we can cover the cost of shipping for the people involved.
So there's two schools of thought.
I was thinking just another fundraiser, a separate, maybe.
Yeah. The easiest is potentially is for me to sit there and say, hey, you know what? And I've started to tweak some language, although I haven't made an official announcement one way or the other, is to sit there and say, hey, look, my channel revenue, I currently say everything goes to comics curing cancer. Right. I don't say it goes to the ACS technically. It's implied, and that's but I could more openly say, hey, it goes to Comics Curing Cancer to support the expenses, and then anything that's left over goes to that. I could cover over the course of a year. My channel doesn't bring in massive. YouTube revenue is not massive at our level, right? I'm talking $150 to $180 a month typically, but over the course of a year, it would cover all the shipping costs, and then potentially also for Mark and DJ, their shipping costs on that, and then potentially if there's anything left over, then you sit there and you go, okay, now that gets added to the total, right?
I think as long as you make that clear. Right, then nobody could complain about it.
Right, and it requires that, and that's something that's what I'm kind of thinking about, because it's the easiest way without asking for handouts from anybody else or taking away anything else. It's the easiest way to do it and still be the spirit of what it's not like I'm going, hey, I want to help me buy my next grail let me be a channel member, become a channel member so I can buy more comics. No, it's about this is to support this program. The difference is if I do this, and this is where my head mentality is, right? Is I'm very much if I'm operating and I'm saying if money's for a certain thing for a charitable reason, right? And I'm managing that money, which is what would happen here in this case. I have to be able to show where it goes. It's a different level of accounting than what I do today. Today's level of accounting, if somebody wants to call me on it, right? If Durs suddenly says, Rob, I don't believe you. I want to see how does this money actually go? It's very easy for me to sit there and pull up the record from Google and say, okay, Durs, here's how much money they paid me, and here's the deposit to the ACS site under my name the next day for the exact same dollar amount. And he goes, well, shit, there it is. Okay, fair enough. Right? There's no question. Whereas this becomes, okay, now you got to hold it. Here's my shipping expenses. I got to track and log that and all this other stuff. It's doable. It's just a different level of stuff.
What if that shipping at the end of the year, couldn't you get that anything that you paid personally? Wouldn't there be a tax write-off? And that you could pay
it absolutely is something that I can put on. And here's the caveat. I can put it on my tax as a donation. Just like I can put the fair market value of all the books that I pull out of my collection and I donate. Right. However, thanks to the political changes that occurred a couple years ago in this country with regards to the tax platform, while many people received a rebate or a reduction in their tax burden, those of us who live in California, New York, the big blue states were penalized, putting a cap on how much you can put in it personally. When as a homeowner, my mortgage insurance here, because my housing cost is high, my mortgage interest is high. I also have property taxes and I have income taxes in the state. All three of those far exceed the $20,000 cap. So every dollar I donate to charity, I get zero federal benefit from. It means nothing. The only benefit I get is at the state level. The state doesn't put that same cap on. I do get a reduction on state, but my California state income tax is a fraction of what my federal income tax level is, right?
So what about the concept of selling something without selling something, like a sponsorship, like that was brought up, but not a sponsorship to specifically, anything tied to the ACS, but maybe sponsorships dedicated to providing shipping for, stuff like that.
I mean, these are ideas that we're listening to them and we're gonna take them back and discuss them. We talked and very late, and I talked about potentially getting a corporate sponsor to cover shipping, potentially. But those are all things that we'll look at, we'll discuss. We have to figure out, okay, well, who would be interested in doing that, and trying to and working all those things. So they're all ideas that we definitely want to attack because it's not scalable, right? It's not. I don't have a problem with where I'm at right now. I planned and budgeted for this. I mean, even though it exceeded what I had mentally thought was going to be the number, but still, these are things that we're prepared for. But it's not scalable, right? We can't keep going. Okay, well, next year now we have to plan for, this amount, and have somebody carry that burden.
It'll get unattainable.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to get to a point where I'm sitting there just telling people, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry, you have to go pay for your shipping here." Now, it was nice. It was nice that I had one person reach out to me and said, "Hey, you know what? I'll cover my shipping." And so I got him his shipping quote and he paid for it. And I had another person who lived locally that I reached out to and I said, "Hey, instead of me shipping your stuff,
can I drop it off?
Can I deliver it to you?" He says, "Sure." And then he goes, and then he wanted to meet yesterday. And he goes, "You know what? I'll just come to you." And I'm all, "That's even better."
There you go.
Sorry, I hijacked your show there.
That's all right. Before I forget, hey, Rob, Legion asks, what is the fair market value of Rob?
I have no value except to my wife.
Well,
check with 5K on
a gem mint grade, I'd say.
If you ask me, it's at least $51,000 at the moment.
Except that I'm not responsible for that.
Yeah, but you're not responsible for it,
right?
either.
You are.
I am one cog.
You don't know how much
I am one cog in a machine.
Well, we appreciate that entirely.
The difference is, and here's the difference, is not even a vital cog. Because if you remove me,
get out of here.
If C3 was a clock, there's enough other pieces in there. You remove me from it. It may not run as smoothly, but it's
organized.
That's the concept of all things. That's you unappreciating yourself. If you weren't there, anybody is replaceable, yes, but not the way that you were there. There's a difference.
Yeah,
I fully get. Look,
again, a big role.
I don't disagree with the fact that I play a big role, but it's very, very key. If I'm not there, somebody else would fill in. Somebody else would step up. There's other people.
Anybody could.
But
Mark
us
DJ,
saying that you're important to it doesn't take away from anybody else.
No.
But they are also important.
Guys. Love you. Catch you later.
Take it easy, Durs.
Bye, Durs.
We love you.
Extremely important to me. This is the same way that I manage, right? When I manage my employees up, it's a team endeavor. It's the team that does it and gets it done. It's no one person. No one person is bigger than the rest of the team. Mark and DJ's work that they do is incredible. Each one of us, if you took one of us out of the equation, it would severely impact how well it functions. Yeah. But it would still function, right? It'd just be different and probably not do as well. And that's all. And then, of course, same thing with the community stuff. Like, look, we didn't donate all the stuff. Yeah. Oh, the biggest items we had, those all came from other people. It's the community that's latched on that says, "Hey, I'm going to donate a Batman Adventures 12. I'm going to donate a freaking Planet Comics 51. I'm going to, donate a Captain America 100. I'm going to donate I'm going to talk to this artist and have them come on." And she decides, "I'm going to donate a freaking original page to stuff or a cover and stuff." These all things are what get us to the end, not me tracking stuff on a spreadsheet and packing and shipping boxes. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Not, they're all different but equal. And that's important to stress, that everybody has that piece that they play, same as the people who didn't send stuff in but echoed this this sound and got the message out to more people that then showed up and paid, or the people who actually just coughed up money. You can't underscore Scott Brown. I mean, Hoarder's Hide, the amount of stuff that he bought, and stuff. He look, as an art collector, he got some great deals.
Yep.
Because other people, because we didn't get the art community in there like we wanted, but he tried. He got me in front of a bunch of art collectors to talk about it and to showcase these things that were going on. And hopefully we get more of that next year, but
we will.
He did a great job making connections to get us probably a lot of the pages that we did have. And then he did a good job of spending money on his own right as well, out of pocket. Did DJ, everybody.
DJ Austin.
So it's, Austin sits there and goes, oh, hey, Austin agreed to give up a commission. We get $400 something for it. And I go, hey, I'm DMing him right now. Austin, can we do another one and get both of them? So do we get double? Yeah, sure. Why not? It's that mentality going, sure, I'll do a second one. That now, so okay, bam, we went from $450 raised or $475 to $900 because we rolled them both back to, we're back to $450 and they both bought it.
All I'm hearing is you validating how important you are to C3. Exactly. That's all you're telling me.
Give credit where credit's due. You orchestrated. You played a big role.
My thing is it's the thought, the team. If you take away that, it might not be so successful, and that's the way I see it. Since you three have gotten involved with it, yeah. And yes, there's a lot of people involved, and I'm not trying to diminish anybody, no, but I mean, it truly is, you three that are the masterminds behind this, and it involves a whole bunch of other people, but it's that thought, it's the team, it's y'all,
Yeah, I mean, like from my perspective, I'm proud of my involvement in it, and so should everybody else that took part in some way. All we're trying to say is that you're the peak of the mountain with DJ and Mark. So, like, we appreciate that a little bit more than, say, my contribution, which is fine. I'm still proud of it. So, like, it's all good.
You see how proud you are of it when your wife sees your tattoo.
The very first time I suggested that months ago, I came into the bedroom in the middle of the night because she's asleep, and she wakes up, and I say, I've been naughty. And she said, what did you buy? And I said, I haven't bought anything.
Not yet.
So I may have agreed to get a tattoo if we get to 50K, and I'm deadly serious. And she says, I know you're serious. I know you're serious.
Man, that's a wife.
Yeah, she's pretty great.
Please tell me she's doing the art for the tattoo.
Well, I don't know. I've been thinking about that. I do want somebody in the community to do it. She could do it, but she's not really a cartoonist, and in my head it's quite cartoony.
And once you go down the path of suggesting, it's hard to not then go with it.
Yeah, there is that
cartoon.
Although I will say it is cool. I do, because I'm very adamant about not getting, for the most part, like names of people and stuff. I do have 2 tattoos that my wife drew. That those are part of my connection then to her. And then the only names I have tattooed on me are my kids' names, because
same.
They're kind of permanent,
That's forever.
I mean, I have my wedding date and stuff, but we need Badger's reaction. That'd be great. I'll tell you, having a tattoo is the best way to get my kids not to want them. I described to them the process of what it is. I said, you ever seen Grandma's sewing machine? I said, just imagine that, except it's on your arm, putting ink in a needle. You like getting shots, right? No, I don't like getting shots. Yeah, we'll get hundreds of thousands of them one after another.
Every year or so, it comes up with her, and she's like, she's always like, "Does she hurt? Does it hurt?" And I'll always be like, "Well, it hurts quite a lot generally, but on the foot, it's like being set on fire."
Oh. Like parts.
Tony, I think somebody's backstage.
Who's backstage?
Who we got?
Oh my God!
I just need to point out, DVH, I'm in the community.
Not the real community.
If you want to draw it, go for it. Let's go.
You can submit yours.
You should submit options. Oh my God, I'm doing this. I'm down.
Piece of Legion art to exist in the community.
Well, I would actually sell it at C3 if
be on your
somebody
leg.
did
That's fun. That's
the,
fine.
the original art.
It's still
Freaky can draw. CJ.
You can open it up to submissions, and then you can.
I don't know why y'all are trying to do all this extra shit. I already said I got this. Chill the fuck out, Rob.
Because maybe DVH wants to commission Austin LeMay.
You okay?
Ooh, Roscoe.
Roscoe is a cartoonist.
Yeah. And he did say cartoony. You know, when he said cartoony, I was thinking Iggy or Roscoe.
I mean, the problem with Legion doing it, it's likely to have a Superman logo on it or something.
What's wrong with that?
It's gonna have a mullet. It'll be DVH with a mullet. Just flow.
It won't be anything like the tattoo he said he was getting at all.
Well, I asked in the comments who should draw Hoot's tattoo. So y'all let us know in the comments who you think.
Vote. Take the poll.
One Roscoe already.
Oh, I like it.
I think I'm seconding Roscoe.
Or, and hear me out on this one, Badger can draw it.
There you go.
I mean,
I'm going to throw actual Dracula into the mix.
Then you get to go with the fact that it's in your kid's art.
Your kid's art.
Yeah,
oh, man.
I like that. Part of the tattoo.
I don't know whether I want her drawing Tyler though. Like that's
yeah, fair enough.
Throw Jack in the mix.
Draken.
He's a good artist.
No, nobody wants.
Rob should draw it.
No.
Well, he did say he was going more stick figure. Yeah.
Yeah, going more stick figure.
Exactly. Can't go wrong at that level, you know.
I don't know. I could probably script a stick figure.
Be like, I'm sorry, I put. Tyler has 4 legs for some reason.
At least it's not 3.
That's better than 3. Yeah.
I was gonna say 3, and I was like, no, I'll say 4. Be safe.
At least it's not 3.
So I just went to my LCS. Was this the one that everyone wanted to have?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
it's good.
Yeah, say that again. What was that?
What was it?
No.
Void. What is that? Void Rival?
No, it's the one. It's the 1 in 50 this time around.
Oh, they must have been out of this. Might have been the one.
It has the quintessent on the cover.
Okay.
Oh, I did see that cover. That wasn't pretty cool.
One of the Void Rival variants. It's not always a ratio. It's been random across the board, but it's the spoiler one. Whenever they have the Transformer character that's featured in the book on the cover, like it was Shockwave with the last issue with the 1 in 25, and the Transformer couple of pages we got in this were the quintessent. Which is actually dope pages. Like
only got when I go in on a Saturday.
They look so much better in Michael Bay's The Last Night, but they look cool in this book.
What?
No, the problem with going in
was that the quintessence?
Dr. Von Hoot is glitching out.
Wait, that just tripped me out. Was that the quintessence in the movies? Was that supposed to be the quintessence?
That was one of them. Quintessa was one.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that now.
Dude,
Dude, go back and watch that.
Hey, I'm with Legion. I liked all the Michael Bay Transformer movies. I will admit that it's not the Transformers I wanted. Okay, they're not the. Come on, man. When I got Devastator and it was like some kind of cat, like, no, come on. But I still like the movies. They're still good movies.
Speaking of movies, man. Hey Tony, you got a giveaway. What about you show us some of your giveaway stuff?
All right. Well, I got a nice little prize pack.
Oh, the Jay Lee 1 in 50. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's actually really good.
I'm looking at a picture of it. It looks pretty sweet.
Pretty.
Yeah, he knocked it out the park.
Unfortunately, that was gone by the time I got in on Saturday.
Yeah,
what you got, Tony?
So
show us what you got.
Everybody that types in hashtag H23 in the comments, I'm gonna do one prize pack, and that's it.
Is that a new form of water?
Yeah.
H23.
I
it's
got
the next Halloween movie.
Harry.
I'm going with H32.
Just to be different. That's Mark.
Got a little Funko Pop of Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter.
Your pop.
All right, now these were donated by my LCS B&B collections. These just came out. These are some freebie books. But if you got kids, there's one for Spidey and His Amazing Friends. There's here's a little anime or manga, whatever you want to call it.
Parasite.
This is the third print of volume 1 of Something That's Killing the Children, which is the print of the first 5 issues.
Very cool.
I believe this is Sensational She-Hulk #1, Scott.
Yeah, Lucas Wernick. Yes, Sensational She-Hulk issue 1.
Then we got Amazing Spider-Man. I believe it was 35.
I bought that just because of the cover. I
We
don't
got
care about
Spotty
Amazing
Spider-Man #1.
It's a good issue.
And this is a B&B Collections, my LCS exclusive cover of Dracula Vampirella Unholy #1. It also comes with my stickers.
Awesome.
Very cool.
And then today I had the privilege, if you watched the intro, I got to meet Caitlin Nakin, the girl that played Enid from The Walking Dead. So I got this autographed picture of her.
It's awesome.
She's a cutie.
There we go. And one person is going to win all that.
Holy potatoes.
Just type in H23, hashtag H23 in the comments, and when we get ready to close this thing, I will give it all away.
H23.
Give it away now.
That's an awesome giveaway.
Oops, I got 2 of those by mistake. Shit.
Yeah, it was pretty cool getting to meet her today.
Was she pretty sweet? She looked.
She was real sweet. She's a nice young lady, and I told her about how I never liked the episode where Carl locked her in the closet. She called him an asshole. But and I understand story-wise why he did it and all that. But and then I asked her if she would do that little video intro, and she said yeah. Cool. So after she did that, I didn't care how much money I paid on autographs and pictures and stuff. She did that little video part for me, so I was gonna show my appreciation.
That's why she was happy to do it. She's like, I got this sucker now.
Right. You just handed her a wallet. She's like, yeah, I'll say that.
She gotta eat, But yeah, she was a real sweet little girl. I say little girl because I'm probably old enough to be her father.
What character was this?
Edith from The Walking Dead, Carl's little buddy. She was in 5 seasons. She stopped season 5, somewhere around in there, and then I think one of the Whisperers ended up, spoiler, killing her.
I guess I'll have to watch it.
Were they killing her softly with their song?
Honestly, I don't know. I just read that she died. One of them killed her.
Can you show us that little intro? Is it possible to play it for these guys? Just that little.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see if I can play it. Well, it's all tied to that welcome thing.
Oh,
even better.
I can at least play the first.
It was on.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Akon. I played Enid on The Walking Dead, and you are watching Comiverse.
Yeah, she's
her.
Cute. Very cute.
I liked her character. I thought she was cool when she was on the show.
I would need to see her ID before I'd say that, Scotty.
You want Prestige?
My bad.
You can put them in the box, though. I will try to get to them.
Yeah, that's what I got as far as the giveaway.
That's a good giveaway. I like that.
So what are y'all favorite? I'm going to ask this. This is supposed to be a Halloween episode. What's your favorite horror movies? Let's hear it. They ain't even got to be horror movies. They ain't even got to be horror movies. They could be the classic monster movies for like.
I was going to say those are mine. Are the classic monster movies?
Yeah, those are horror.
All right, I love
80s and 90s slasher flicks for me.
Go around the block.
Okay, hold on. Who wants to start?
Like Jenny, go from block.
Start with Cliff. Yeah, hell yeah.
Go Mark.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warrior.
Jenny. Ooh.
Right. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, shit.
The Creature from the Black Lagoon has
That's
a special
it.
place in my heart.
That's it. Yes, sir.
Yep. Keep going.
The original Scream, another special place in my heart.
Striptease.
Well, no, Skeet Ulrich's bubble ass is really just a win there for me anyway. And
come on, you have one of the best intros. I'm killing off Drew Barrymore right in the beginning. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I know.
You're ruining movies all night, huh?
Yeah,
hell yeah.
They're all old. It's fine.
So, Cliff, now that you've named like as
Halloween.
many movies you could out of the top of your head, what's your favorite Halloween movie?
Yeah.
I really enjoy Halloween.
Which one? The first one? The Rob Zombie?
Actually, the original 1 and 2, I really like.
Yeah.
And I love that part 2 is really just like an immediate continuation of part 1.
That Season of the Witch, though.
I love that.
Nobody should say Season of the Witch.
It's like
It's a
fine.
good movie.
I really wish we lived in a
just
world
not a Halloween movie.
where, well, no, it is a Halloween movie, right? But I wish we lived in a world that would have embraced an anthology series, right? I think that would have been really interesting. But Michael Myers has proven to be a really interesting character. Friday the 13th Part 4. I have a special love for that one too, because with the freaking TV set and everything, I love that girl. Love her. Every great final girl fight, I love. Damn, there's one movie I really like because there's a final boy, but it's escaping me.
Not a
that
man.
Isn't Child's Play.
Oh, Child's Danny.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2 has a final
Nightmare on Street, the gayest of the Nightmare on Elm Street.
I love that movie. It's great.
It's great. It's great.
Yep.
That's all you got?
Right, so who's next?
I like a blend of classics.
Who wants to go next?
All
right.
So, some of my favorite Halloween movie, because Mark asked that one, right? But that would be The Batman, because The Batman is a Halloween movie. It takes place on October 31st. No, the Matt Reeves one. The Matt Reeves one happens on 31st.
Yeah. That's a good call.
But my favorite scary movies would be like It, but the mini series that came on back in the day featuring Tim Curry. I love that movie. Insidious, the first one, actually kind of got me when I saw it. I was pretty proud of that movie. Let's see. I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's got to be one of my all-time favorites, even though it's super campy. But watching it as a kid, it was one that kind of scared me a little bit.
It's like a 3 a.m. flick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's probably when I watched it as a kid, you know, because I was
bad at 3 a.m.
Leviathan was one of my favorites as a kid. You know, everybody touched base with the thing, and I kind of was more the underwater like scariness.
Williams.
I don't remember like any of the. I think the only one is that the guy that played Bishop. I don't remember. I think that's the only guy that was in that.
Dude, that reminded me of Pumpkinhead when you said the guy who played Bishop. Lance Hendrickson was in Pumpkinhead.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie. But Leviathan one was really good because it was like an underwater, like you know, they were in some
thing, yeah.
Yeah, basically. Trying to think. The Ring. The first time I saw Ring was when it, you know, came out and stuff, but I saw it on VHS, so I missed it in the theater. But watching it on VHS, and at that time we actually had like landlines and stuff, and I remember right as the movie ended, like my phone started. I was like, "Motherfucker!"
Leviathan had RoboCop in it, also, if I'm not mistaken, and Evil Lynn.
Wait, what was it? What was it?
Peter Weller, RoboCop.
Oh yeah.
And then the Dr. Von Hoot might remember this one. His name, who played Evil Lynn in the live action He-Man with his super blue eyes.
I remember the actress, but what's the reference?
Gorgeous.
Yeah, she has amazing eyes.
I think she was in Leviathan as like the corporate suit.
I don't remember any of that, and it's been a long time since I've watched it.
It's been at least 10 years.
I do remember there's one.
Yes.
There's one. I do remember the actor that, like, the main actor in the movie is the famous actor, but I remember there's I want to say there's a couple people you'd recognize, but I don't remember it being like a star-studded cast of people.
It was like 80s or early 90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Like late 80s. It was like right around Predator time, somewhere around there.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I need to have a look for that.
What?
I mean, I've seen many movies, but there are loads of really annoying gaping holes in.
I want to say, as I remember it might. I want to say, as I remember it, like the creature effects, it might not have aged well, kind of thing. I haven't seen it recently.
Age well.
Yeah, but some of those, I don't know, because I do remember a lot of the monster scenes in the movie, and that they were kind of like not so great for back then as it was, but it was a good movie. Trying to think.
Beginner's luck.
Right. Probably my favorite, and now recently, is more Japanese and Korean. But one of my favorite horror movies is I Saw the Devil. I love that. That's one of my top. I love that movie. It's just about a serial killer that's killing people, and he ends up killing the wrong person, and someone starts coming after him.
Been there, am I right?
I've been there.
That's what I got. Those are some of my
stuff.
faves.
Who's next, Scotty?
I got a few things. Yeah, I got some stuff. I'll show. Here's my favorite trauma movie.
Yeah, baby.
So I got first cover and then first solo series.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that new one. And then I like 80s and 90s slasher stuff. So, of course, I got Friday the 13th. And then also, this one scared the shit out of me as a kid, but not. I mean, now it's funny.
Oh, I love Chucky. That's one of my favorite.
That motherfucker.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite franchises.
Freaked me out, but I got a lot of techy stuff. Freddy scared the hell out of me as a kid, and I actually was Freddy Krueger for Trick or Treat one year as a kid. So definitely have a lot of memories with Freddy in there. And then this is like my favorite horror book. I'm sending this off to CGC. Actually, this is my next book that I will send in. But it's like my favorite horror book in my collection. I show it off every chance I get. It's that first Michael Myers Chromium edition. But I love this book so much.
That's the first appearance of Mike in comics?
Yeah, it's the Chromium edition. There's 2 versions, and this is the more rare version.
That's super dope.
There's actually an Ashcan as well, which is only 66 copies, and that is rare as.
Oh, damn. That's more rare than this then.
66 copies.
2,500 of this and 6,660 of the regular. I think 2,500 of this one.
You just have to get it signed by Taylor Maine.
There you go.
That would be awesome. But it looks to be like.
We might know a guy now, Rob.
That's right. His name is Taylor. Last name Maine.
Yeah, Tyler. Maine.
Tyler, yeah.
It's in great shape. But that's me, though. That's some of my favorites.
Anybody want to go next, or
what are we doing? Talking movies or comics?
Yeah, we're just talking movies, comics.
Either or.
Movies. Come on, Mark.
I mean, I'll go. I don't mind.
Favorite Halloween movie is definitely Hocus Pocus. Not horror movie, just Halloween movie.
That's a good one.
Definitely Hocus Pocus. For me, there hasn't been a movie that's come along that's as rewatchable, that I watched as a kid, that my kids love to watch, that it's just all around fun. You get a little bit of everything in it. Horror movie, Cliff already said it. It's got to be a Creature from the Black Lagoon for me, and not for the horror elements, because I can't not watch that movie and be mesmerized with how high quality the filming is of that movie.
The underwater scene
absolutely blows my mind.
Great.
Even the return from the creature, when like you can walk around, look at him in a trench coat and shit. And like Finn loves it. I love it. Like it's just.
I like the sequel, Return to the Blue Lagoon. I mean,
yeah.
Sorry,
it's the Blue Lagoon.
Or movie. Sorry.
There's more bushes at that lagoon. But yeah,
Wow,
creature for me. I mean, you can name Limitless.
One hell of a
movies.
mashup.
With
Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's strangely better than the first one. Yeah. Oh wait, comic book. I'm sorry.
That's what he's got.
I got to show a comic book because we're doing both. This is going in this month's week for channel.
Toxie. Love Toxie.
Me too.
I love Thelma.
Okay. Well, I'm a huge slasher movie fan. I have about 500 on Blu-ray, and every year for the last 8 years, I've watched a different one of those Blu-rays and reviewed it. It gets to a grind towards the end of October, to be honest. Yeah. That's because some of them are awful. But, yeah, I mean, I watched one today called Slash Dance, which came out in like 87. Looks a bit like you know when Baywatch hadn't been remastered. Looks like that. Looks identical to old episodes.
Slash Dance starring Karen Bacon.
It was not good. But yeah, favorites. Okay, so slasher movie wise, Friday the 13th, part 2 particularly because I think it is probably the best paced slasher movie ever made. I think it's like spot perfect. kills every like 5 to 10 minutes. You got enough talking, you got frolicking and happiness, and then terror, which is always good. Obviously, like the other franchises as well. Halloween 1, particularly the original. I do have a soft spot for the Rob Zombie ones, but
me too.
They're not in the same league, mind you.
That first one is amazing.
It is really good. With the exception of that one scene in the director's cut, which I cannot stand that it's in there.
Which scene is that?
Yeah, which scene?
There is a rape scene in the director's cut.
Oh, I do know what you're talking about.
I thought that was in the regular cut too. I could have sworn I remember that.
No, it's not in the theatrical.
I love the first two.
It's just a real shame that scene's in it because it serves no purpose. You know what I mean? That's what annoys me about it.
I just didn't like that he was doing the whole sister thing.
I could have that was definitely the Wayne one because that's when Mikey got out when like nothing bothered him, nothing fazed him till they touched his mask. Then that's when they activated him. Like that.
They have that part
in shock. Didn't face this guy, and then the second they touched his mask and put it on in that moment, and he's like, "I'm up, game on."
But the director's cut is overall a better movie, mind you. Like it's really good and really interesting take because it could have been. I think it's quite a ballsy move to do what Rob Zombie did and make it his own when he knew that half the planet was going to be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah,
so I sort of admire that.
I beloved.
I even liked that, you know, with Tyler Mane, that he was so much more bigger than the regular Michael Myers. Man, I kind of like that was the Michael Myers that I wanted, and that man.
So long hair too.
Yeah.
Wait, Devious, I got a question.
Yep.
Well, it's Toy Gaines' question. He wants to know: did you watch The Burning yet?
Oh yes, I love The Burning. Yeah,
all right.
It's a great movie. Seen that many times. It's got Jason Alexander from Seinfeld in it. His first role.
This guy again.
Very young.
Suspiria.
Suspiria is good.
Yes.
What do you think about Terrifier?
Original. Yes.
What about Terrifier?
Oh, I love Terrifier. Terrifier is amazing.
I watched that one recently.
That second one was like the Dream Warrior of the series already.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, and did you see the leaked artwork for the Terrifier 3?
Yeah, I did.
It's going to be a Christmas movie. I cannot wait. I love Christmas stashes. They're amazing. Awesome. Silent Night, Deadly Night, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, Christmas Evil. You better watch out.
Sleigh Bells.
What was the
Christmas Evil Might?
Jack Frost or something like that.
Oh, Jack Frost is an amazing film.
Yeah, I love Jack Frost.
That was like the late 90s.
Talk about some scene relay.
You have to like it except for that one scene then, right? Where he takes off the carrot nose.
No.
No, I still like that.
I see what you're getting at.
He's like,
the context is very different, and how much seriously you can take that.
Yeah, people do food all the time. I get it.
Let's move over to. I'm not done. There's loads of movies, but you don't just love slasher movies. So that's why I want to move to.
There's so many great ones.
Zombie movies. Zombie Holocaust, Zombie Flesh Eaters, Dawn of the Dead. Zombie Flesh Eaters probably is my favorite.
You could ever put Holocaust on the list. That's not cool.
Zombie Holocaust.
You specified.
Yeah, I was very clear.
Making sure cover your tracks.
Yeah,
it's an important
detail. Brain Dead. Have you guys seen Brain Dead? I think it's called Dead Alive.
I've been accused of it.
That is an amazing film that everybody should try and track down. It's
Australian, right?
New
Zealand. Yeah.
Have you seen High Tension?
Yes.
Oh, I love High Tension. That's one of my favorites.
That's called Switchblade Romance over here, and High Tension is a much better name for it. Like, I don't know why it's called Switchblade.
The cover we got to High Tension with her holding the cement chainsaw. I love that. High
Tension is a tremendous film that I like. Some people really don't like the ending. Didn't bother me at all.
I loved it.
I don't want to spoil that because if you haven't seen it, it's sort of a really.
It's a major spoiler.
And everything else.
Yeah.
Nah, but that one's a major.
It's a pretty cool film. It's really, really cool. Bad Taste. Anybody seen that?
Bad
Peter
Taste was
Jackson's
good.
first film. I
Yeah.
love that movie. I used to. I saw it when I was about
weird.
13, 14, and I bought the videotape for Christmas, but because it was Christmas and it was like the summer, my mum kept it in the cupboard. So I took it out and I taped it and then watched it for half a year before I actually got it for Christmas. Like Bad Taste is an amazing movie with just insane practical effects, and Peter Jackson plays like 3 characters in it because he just
Dead Alive
weekends.
Yeah, Dead Alive.
You mentioned Peter Jackson. What about Dead Alive?
Yeah, Brain Dead. I did mention that.
Yeah, Brain Dead.
It's called Brain Dead where you are?
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah,
Shaun of the Dead.
Brain Dead's the original title. Dead Alive, and they changed it for the US for some reason. Don't know why.
Like that lawnmower scene or the zombie baby radio. Like someone actually named their band after that scene with the zombie radio baby or whatever.
It's such a great scene.
Yeah, just it's crazy to watch that and think, yo, this guy made Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Somewhere.
Yeah, humble beginnings.
Yeah. I mean, I can talk about horror films all the time, but I feel like I've said a bunch. So let's. Oh,
they've been good.
Werewolf movies. Before we go,
Werewolf.
Yeah. Werewolf in London, Howling, classics.
Werewolf.
What's that movie? Hang on.
I've said this before. Has anybody watched Hemlock Grove on Netflix?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh yeah.
By far, that's my favorite werewolf like transition from person to what man. If y'all have not watched that, just go watch a clip of the trend.
I gotta say, I have another special place in my heart, and specifically the werewolf thing, American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, American Werewolf in London is.
Even though I know what they did, it's still fantastic.
What did they do?
They did like a stop motion makeup effect thing.
Is all the transformation how it works?
Yeah, it's transformation.
Yeah, and but it is so detailed and brilliant. Like the work that went into that is incredible.
I was like that.
Benicio del Toro and Anthony Hopkins' Wolfman is probably the best Wolfman movie I've ever seen. Joe Johnson.
I keep meaning to see that. Never get around to it.
It's good.
It is. It is a solid 8 or 9 out of 10 as a film. It's
a great film.
Aren't there 2 versions that are quite different?
There are 2. You got the Blu-ray. There's 2 endings. Yes.
Watch them both.
Teen Wolf.
I'll have a look.
I personally, I love the ending.
I love Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf.
It was awesome.
That leaves the sequel open.
The Mexican version of the original Dracula. That is amazing.
It's all foiled out.
The Mexican version of Dracula,
or was it made with real sugar?
Right.
The Mexican version of Dracula was shot at night on the exact same stage.
Yeah,
they were clear for the day, and then the Mexican crew comes in at night and would just film the same stuff.
Watch the English language, the original version first, and then watch the Mexican version. It's absolutely fascinating because they made a point of doing everything better than the US crew. There's loads of awesome sweeping shots and stuff like that just don't exist in the original Bela Lugosi version. It's really cool. Exactly the same sets as well. It's fascinating to watch if you're
no Dracula dead and loving it.
Their director was like local passionate, and I'm not even joking when I say that. He really was crazy passionate about it, and it's incredible. And some of the stuff does look shot for shot, but DVH is right. The sweeping pans, beautiful.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, see? Yeah, we're right.
Comic vets.
All right, what else you got?
You want to chime in, Rob? Or I heard Dracula didn't.
I'm a big fan of all the classic monster movies.
Universal.
As far as that stuff goes, Universal monsters. And silent films. So I like Nosferatu and The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. That's kind of stuff I really dig. When I look at those stuff, I also love B movies. So like for me, I used to, because I grew up on creature features. When I watch Mystery Science Theater 3000, I want the guys to shut up so I can watch the movie.
Oh, I love the
all those types of things. Those are stuff I like. Full Moon Studios, Subspecies and stuff like that.
Prehistoria.
Those are all just fun stuff. I used to buy that stuff on Laserdisc. I mean, because I could get, Full Moon Studios at the end of for a while, they were selling like laser discs. And here we go, DVH talking about laser discs.
Oh, yeah.
You could buy their, any laser disc for $10, which was insane because laser discs were $100+ a piece usually for movies.
They got classics in their catalog. You're talking about Puppet Masters. You're talking about
Amazon Girls, and Flying Bolorama, and all kinds of and I like stuff. And that's why, like when I watch that, I talk about favorably about things like Yoga Hosers, because it's an homage to Full Moon Studios, and I love that kind of just stupid stuff. I'm not a big fan of slasher style horror. It doesn't appeal to me versus just a regular kind of monster creature type horror film, and sci-fi horror. Obviously, I'm a big fan of that type of stuff too. Alien, right? And Alien. Those are horror movies, straight up. They just happen to be shot in space.
Alien is an absolute masterpiece. It is fantastic.
Yeah. And as far as just a generic Halloween movie, I'd love to say Nightmare Before Christmas, but that's a Christmas movie, and I'll say that over and over again. But I still watch it October 1st every single year. So there you go. I'm not going to flip through them all, but I did just get back from my LCS this week because I was a little busy. And
nice.
Just got a collection in.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
DC love.
I was able to pick up some short bits of runs.
Little slideshow here.
Damn.
Just showboating, always.
Slideshow.
Unpopular opinion.
I don't know about at least half. I'll give you.
Look at that one.
The later half. The later half. Some of the ones we've gotten recently.
A bunch of ghosts too.
So, the Witch cover got me. The Witch
Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. That is an awesome movie. Yes.
Nobody else has brought this up, but I don't know about y'all, but me as a kid, there were certain like kid movies that scared the shit out of me. Secret of NIMH. You got Wizard of Oz Part 2.
Return to Oz, yeah.
Yeah, man, that shit scared the fuck out of me as a kid. You're talking about the Pumpkin King and
this was cool.
God damn.
I can't wait to go back to the LCS later. The problem was they got this collection in. I'd been warned by the manager that they had this collection of all this Bronze Age horror stuff, and of course he was going through it for himself first, but and rightfully so. But all that got put out was stuff that would fit in standard bags and current modern. All the stuff that had to go in silver, they didn't have bags and boards at the time, so it's all still sitting there waiting to get bagged and boarded and stuff. So I gotta go back and dig through some more stuff later, but try to fight other people off for it.
I'm gonna take my round and talk about some horror movies that I like. If y'all want to hear it,
yes.
So besides the obvious, the Jasons and the Michaels and all that, because I love Friday 13th Part 3. It's probably my favorite Friday film. Halloween 2 is my favorite Halloween film.
Good stuff.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. I
love Dream
Warriors. Classic.
All right, and the original Hellraiser. But I love the classic Universal stuff. I mean, I've devoted a week every year now just to watch the classic Universal stuff. And then now I'll start talking about
really great movies. They hold up so well.
Yeah. I'm going to start talking about some movies from the 80s or other time areas that people may not remember or have heard of. And of course, we mentioned Puppet Master. We mentioned Subspecies. Some other ones that I love to watch was a movie. It's a cult classic called Trick or Treat from 1982.
Very good one.
Now, some could consider it cheesy, but I love it. Guy comes back from the rock star comes back from the dead by playing a record backwards. You gotta love it. Soundtrack was awesome. Near Dark is one of my favorite vampire films besides Fright Night and The Lost Boys.
Best Halloween movie has got to be The Crow, man.
I was saving that for last. The Crow is I'm playing The Crow on
That's
Halloween
a good
night.
shout. Yeah.
From dusk till dawn.
I forgot about The Crow.
Dusk till dawn. Yeah, because I still got to play The Crow and the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I watch it every year.
Once Bitten before Jim Carrey was big.
Yep.
Yeah, Once Bitten was really good.
Yep. Children of the Corn, the original one. I love it. But you start talking about like the Evil Dead, the Exorcist, the
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness, The Howling. I love The Howling, but I agree that I think the best werewolf transformation was American Werewolf in London. The Wolfman that Mark mentioned, I love that movie, as well as I like the original version. But I think my mind's fixing to try to go blank. But before I forget, Phantasm. That is one of my favorite series.
Phantasm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Angus Scrimm. I mean, if they ever remade the Phantasm series, I don't know who they could get to play the tall man.
Anybody? No.
But
Creepshow is another one. I need to mention Creepshow. Creepshow is a great movie.
Stephen King.
I'm going to tell y'all about a movie that could be almost considered a porn film. It's a horror movie that come out. I don't remember what year it come out, but it was called Microwave Massacre. And it was about a dude. It was about a dude that kills these prostitutes, and then he's kind of like part necrophiliac, and he'd cut them up and make lunch out of them and serve it to his buddies.
What's it called again?
Microwave Massacre.
Oh yeah, I've got that's terrible. I mean, I've seen some bad films. That is bad.
Yeah. Okay, who remembers a movie called Night of the Creeps?
I love that movie. Yeah, that's amazing.
Go around.
Same director as RoboCop 3.
Okay, I didn't know that. It's got what was the? Oh my God, Tom. I'm going to say his name wrong. Oh my God, it's got the guy from Halloween 3. Thank you.
Tom Atkins.
Tom Atkins in it.
Scotty, I love Critters.
Oh yeah, Scotty makes Critters. We can't forget about Critters.
Classic. I love Tremors with Kevin Bacon. That was one of mine.
Yeah. Oh, I love Tremors.
I like creature flicks, like Mark, and they were talking about monster movies. Like somebody mentioned in the chat, like original Godzilla, man. You're talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
That was one, monster. You're talking about monster, but Tremors is Critters. Ooh, I love. Honestly, that's got to be one of my top, scary movies. And it's just that, like, as I got older, that being presented in that situation, having kids, man, that's scary as shit.
Cujo's really well made film.
Well, I know.
Yeah, it was.
Like set in that
one movie.
Most of it's in that car for so long. It's so effective.
Yeah. I know one movie I'll probably never watch, just because of the pictures just turn me off, and that's the Human Centipede. I'll probably never watch those.
I mean,
I love
the second one and just the second one.
No, the first one.
I've seen the first one. Hard to watch. I don't need to see any of the others.
No, the second one is the most. The second one goes way hard.
Way over the top.
It exists in our world as a person with like learning disabilities has watched the movie and then proceeds to
wanted to recreate it.
And it's shot in black and white that adds an element to the gore where you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell if they got the cornstarch mix right, or you can't tell like it just, you know what I'm saying? It just all looks real because it's in black and white. You're just like, God, this is so raw. The third one's just a waste of time.
Yeah, it is. I was so disappointed with the third
actor
one.
Just yell at inmates.
The first two, I mean, if you're into any kind of body horror, the first one, if that one was just, it's hard to watch, but it was amazing at the same time. At least it had a dedicated story. The second one, like Mark had mentioned, it had a really dedicated story.
Really dedicated. And the ending, like if you think that you just when you think, okay, I've made it through this madness, she makes it to the car. And then you're like, oh God.
You can't call yourself a horror fan, and if you haven't seen the Human Centipede, I'll say that.
Human Centipede 2.
Well, at least one of them. They got to be brave enough to do one of them.
Up a notch.
I think the first one is just a pretty bad, like mad scientist movie, really.
Yeah, it is.
It's watchable. It's all a bit gross. But
have any of y'all heard of When Evil Lurks? New movie that just dropped on Shudder and is in theaters. It's It's a Spanish horror film. I can't really speak on much without spoiling it, but apparently it's like hitting the reviewers, and they're all like, "Yo, this is it."
Yeah, people are bigging it up huge at the moment.
Huge,
so
like, yo, this is like Spanish subtitles. Who gives a shit? Everyone go see this. They even say there's a couple of scenes where they're like they've seen horror movies. They're like, I audibly reacted to scenes in this movie. Like, it's not jump scares or nothing like that. It's just the raw imagery of what you're looking at.
What was the found footage Spanish movie that was it was zombies, I think, but was it Wreck? Oh,
Yeah.
Wreck. Yeah, I love Wreck. Wreck was
I thought
really
it was
good.
all right. Like, I'm not a massive fan of found footage films, and
Me neither.
I made the mistake of watching the American version first, which is awful.
I don't even know if I've seen it.
It gives
Apollo
you the basic
18,
plot of
one of my
the movie.
favorites.
That's a good movie.
I love Apollo 18.
Anybody seen Moon?
No.
Moon. I've seen Moon Fall. Shout out Roland Emmerich.
No, Moon with Sam Rockwell, I think, and I don't even know if it's classified as horror, but technically it super
I have
is.
seen it, and I did like it quite a lot, but I'm struggling to remember it.
Have y'all seen Wife? That's the one with Ryan Reynolds on the
Wife?
space station.
Yeah,
It's pretty much just a remake of Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got this thing where I go through phases of wanting to watch famous people in space movies. So I'll just pick a famous person and see if they're in space in anything.
Watching Gattaca and working my way forward.
And I can't remember who had mentioned it, but the ABCs of Death. That's a really good.
That is
I
terrifying.
saw that.
as a
That was
Southerner.
horrible. I didn't
Yeah,
like that.
Deliverance.
Man, that is terrifying.
That's just creepy. Deliverance.
By the way, I don't quite consider Moon
Cloverfield.
horror as much as I consider Moon like a thriller, but I really enjoyed the movie. And Sam Rockwell is in like my top 5, so I'm all for it.
It was a phenomenal movie.
I'll mention one more horror film, and then that'll be the end. Has anybody ever heard of D. Snyder's Strangeland?
No.
Strangeland.
I know.
Sounds Strangeland.
So it came out in the late 90s. It was about
90s. Oh yeah, I have seen it.
This guy stalking people through the internet, asking if they want to come to a party, and it's basically a mutilating and torture movie. He kidnaps all these people, and it goes back to the 80s during the Twisted Sister Stay Hungry album. They did a song called Captain Howdy, and that's the villain in the movie is Captain Howdy. And he'd been wanting to make this a movie for a long time, but it's pretty graphic, pretty gruesome. When when they catch him and put him on trial, a lynch mob hangs him, and then he goes after the mob at the end of it. So half the movie you're wanting him to get caught, and then the rest of the movie you're wanting him to get revenge on the people that try to kill him. So it's pretty decent.
Sounds like the Devil's Rejects. We're like, yeah, kill these horrible people. By the end of the movie, you're like, yeah, I hope these horrible people kill this guy.
Yeah. Stay alive.
Yeah, y'all can make it. Just hang in there.
I want to give a mention to some of the people that just showed up in the chat. Type in, because I'm fixing to do a giveaway. Type in hashtag H23, and I'm going to give away a Halloween themed prize pack. I'm going to try to do this so that way maybe I can do this right and nobody will laugh at me too bad.
Disturbia is really good. I really like that.
If you can mess it up, I've already messed it up before, so you're good.
We believe in you, Tony. You can definitely screw it up.
Yeah, super believe in you.
So type in H23 in the comments, and we're going to get this thing going. And after I pick a winner, I'll show I'll show again who won.
Nobody mentioned Arnold's horror movie. Anybody watch Maggie? Or
Maggie
End of
is
Days?
fantastic.
I love Maggie, especially for a zombie.
With Gabriel? Yes.
Yeah, man.
I saw Maggie. I wish I didn't see Maggie.
Maggie was not
bad.
Maggie was so boring. It's the most mind-numbingly dull Arnold film.
It was a great story, though.
Disagree. But I could also watch Arnold watching paint dry, and I'd be happy.
I mean, he is amazing. So it's
what's up, C.
He's the epitome of the American dream.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You made it.
Everybody try to find this film. This film is amazing.
What is it?
What is that?
It's called The Seventh Curse, and it's a Hong Kong movie. that's a bit like Indiana Jones crossed with the Evil Dead with Jackie Chan's stunt team. It's loads and loads of fun.
DVH, you might be the only person who's seen this, but have you seen Attack the Block?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love Attack the Block. Oh fuck, I love Attack the Block.
Yeah, that's
one of my man. You tell in one of my favorite creatures.
I took my daughter last night to go see Five Nights at Freddy's.
I've heard nothing but
Was that any good?
I fell asleep the first part of it, but that's just me.
Willy's Wonderland was good.
Yeah, Willy's Wonderland was okay with Nick Cage.
Yeah, I actually liked
that was fun. Movie. It made no sense, but
it made no sense.
It was just fun.
We got 12 entries and
the comic book was good.
15 in the chat. Y'all want me to go ahead and just spin this, or should I wait a little bit longer?
Oh,
Matthew Perry died.
Hey, it is your stream, my man.
Give them another minute to get it in. Y'all put in H23 if you want to get in on this. We got about another minute.
And I will ship this international. So if you win it, it's coming to you, brother.
Isn't that Chandler, Chris?
H23 in the comments. About another minute, y'all.
But
Toy Gang said spin it.
Squid Games was dope.
Yeah, I love Squid
Game. That was entertaining. It was entertaining.
It went a little bit long, I thought, but it was quite interesting. I like that show.
I love all the Easter eggs and stuff.
I'd like to see a sequel. I hear they're doing one. So
I think Mr. Beast did a sequel to it already, and it was equally as good.
Did he?
He did. He spent like $4 million recreating Squid Games, and it was absolutely amazing to watch.
So I just googled it, and it sounds like Matthew Perry drowned in his hot tub.
Oh no,
that's horrible.
That's the actor that was Chandler, right?
For that to happen, alcohol may have been involved.
He struggled.
Yeah, he'd been struggling for a while.
I knew we lost Richard Mole yesterday.
Man, I hate to hear
Who?
it. I hate to hear it.
He played Bull in Night Court.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. Yeah.
He also played the first villain in Highlander the series. He was in the very first episode.
I love Highlander the series. I haven't
He was
watched
in
it
a lot.
in years, but I love it.
He did a lot of animated voices.
That sucks, dude. That hurts.
It says KBDM says Terminator 2 is about to be a horror movie or a documentary.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward documentary.
Well, I'm going to spin this thing. We'll see who won.
Do it.
Let's do it, man.
They put a pause on AI for 8 months. So.
And your winner is?
And the winner is
this guy.
Cliff.
Congratulations.
All right, Cliff. I will show you what you have won.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
You won a donkey.
Hell yeah.
Cliff got a Carrie Funko Pop.
Yeah.
Carrie?
With blood.
I was saying that earlier.
With blood.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Hannibal Lecter Funko Pop. If you got any kids, you can give these away. These were courtesy of my LCS.
Very nice.
He got a third print of Something That's Killing the Children, Volume 1.
Yes.
Sensational She-Hulk #1. Who'd you say this was? Lucas Warnick?
Lucas Warnick, Stormbreaker cover. Very cool.
Amazing Spider-Man 35.
Zombie cover. Awesome.
Spine-tingling Spider-Man #1.
Which I love.
Yes.
A virgin variant of Dracula, Vaporilla Dracula Unholy #1 from my LCS. It was their exclusive.
Love that cover.
And a signed picture of Caitlin Nakin, a.k.a. Enid from The Walking Dead.
Cute.
Yes.
So, Cliff, send me your information through Instagram, and I will get that out hopefully Monday.
All right, sir.
And I guess y'all, it's been an hour and a half. We'll just roll around the horn, and we'll see what everybody's got coming up. We'll start with Cliff.
The winner.
The winner. Okay.
His reaction.
So tomorrow night on Council Comics at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to do box office news and review the original Halloween as the last of our, Halloween movies for October. Monday night, we'll do keys and hot topics, and the comics of the week. Sunday night, at 9 p.m., I'm with Black Crown Comics.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be fantastic. He already started sending me the info. I'm studying up as much as I can for tomorrow night. I'm very excited. Tuesday, I'm not even sure what's happening with our recording, but we did. If you go to our channel, Council Comics, we did finish the actual Dracula saga for 2023, so you can catch the ending of that if you wish. And of course, my 14th annual toy drive, which is December 9th. I have the information on Facebook. I have the reminder up on Instagram. I've already started to receive things. I'm setting up the online donation site so people can donate, and I can start figuring out how I want to handle some prizes and stuff. But we're super excited. And that's it. I think I got it all out.
I'm in, Cliff. I'm getting in on that.
Thank you.
All right, Mike, you're next.
Same shit as always. I got reviews coming, and then this, Sunday, me and Trevor back on. We'll be live. I always forget the time. I think it's like 9 o'clock Central or 8 p.m. I don't know what the real time is. But tune in. Hit that notification bell. That's how you gonna find it.
There you go.
That's all I got.
Mark, what you got coming up?
I'm back. Hey. I got what's today?
Today's Saturday.
So I just dropped 5 picks for this coming week's new comic book day. Typically I do 10, but this week is kind of a fifth comic book release week. But there is definitely more than 5 covers talked about, and a reason to talk about something big coming next week. And tomorrow night is At Week's End at 8:30, the one-stop shop for all your comic book spoilers, news, and reviews every Sunday night. And this was a phenomenal week because we are going deep on Wonder Woman and Alan Scott Green Lantern, because both of those this week stood ahead of the pack as absolute bangers. And the biggest deal with Alan Scott being such a damn good read is the fact that Tim Sheridan wrote it, which is mind-blowing that the dude can actually write a good book. Because I've rode with this guy on DC titles for a while, and it's been rough. And the fact that he did so goddamn good, I think he deserves his flowers. So I'm going hard on promoting the shit out of this book.
A lot of good DC right now.
There damn sure is. And Loki was actually fucking crazy. I went back and watched it.
Yep, it's been great.
You're just talking outside your neck.
Watch this movie. Tetsuo the Iron Man. It's if you like body horror / body horror that's in black and white and essentially has like a sort of slightly metally industrial music video-y feel for about an hour. Tetsuo the Iron Man. Check it out. What am I doing? I have got to shoot a video tomorrow. Hopefully that'll be up on Monday, and then one on Friday as well. And I'll probably be around next weekend, but nothing in stone.
Cool. Scotty, what you got coming up?
Well, Monday I got Comic Book Addicts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and this week it'll be the day before Halloween, so we're gonna have actual Dracula on hanging out. So I'm gonna be talking to him. We're gonna be having fun. I'm also gonna be recording a video. I got a package in the mail from Tony, and I'm gonna do an unboxing video and throw that up on the channel. I'm doing shorts all the time on new stuff. I grabbed this today, new Jean Grey figure.
She pretty.
New Iron Man. So I'm always throwing little shorts on Hasbro stuff, things like that. But definitely Monday, though. Y'all show up for Comic Book Addicts. Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I think it's like 4:30 Pacific. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. I'm looking forward to talking to Drac.
Cool. And I say the best for last, Rob. What you got coming up?
Oh, you think I'm the best? Okay, well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Simply the best.
In about 20 minutes, I'm going to go over and join Mad Spidey and Mad Spidey's Outback. Then Monday was Monday mail call. This Monday, I unbox a book that I said I didn't need. I lied.
AF-15, here we go, baby.
One day. That's
then Thursday there'll be a mystery box. Saturday there'll be back to only slabs. That's it. Usual stuff. But I appreciate you all. And Monday I go to the post office to drop off a crap ton of packages.
Yes.
And prepare to sit back and watch you all record unboxings of your C3 hauls.
As a reminder to that, as y'all get your unboxings in, please do videos or make posts and stuff. And because we want to keep the C3 page alive, we want to continue to spread the word to make this bigger. And that requires all of us working year round to do it. And for us to continue to get a bigger reach, we need content for our Instagram page. And at this phase in the process, that requires everyone tagging that page with your posts. And if you will DM that page your thumbnails, we can start posting those periodically through the week and let people who might have missed the event know where to come find your content and see what some of the stuff they missed was about and see how people talk about it and feel about it. The good, the bad, the ugly, doesn't matter, whatever, but it'll keep that alive and keep C3 going for as long as possible. So that would be great. But we need thumbnails to do that because I'm not going to chase down your thumbnails and screenshot and all this and that. Like, this is very time consuming shit to run multiple social medias, even with the three of us all on it together. We have multiple of our own and all that. So help us, help you, help us.
Cool. Well, I have mail call unboxes for Monday. I'm going to do a Tony's Keys for Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm going to be opening up a Robin 2 box set. Guess what's in that? And then Thursday be Comic Spotlight on Avengers #4, and then right back here next Saturday for another episode of Into the Comiverse.
Oh, and then your Henchman of the Month shirt arrived. I got to ship that out to you too.
Awesome. That's cool.
Very cool.
And that's it for this episode, I guess. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody for hanging out in the chat. I want to congratulate Cliff for winning the giveaway. And until next time, I'll see y'all around. And I'm going to leave y'all with this.